Today, we try to put together the wood map. This is the war map made by wood and sent all over from Ukraine. We try to put that on a wall between two windows. And window is to my right. Okay. So first of all, we know the size of my map. So my map is a medium size. Here, so we get that focus in the medium size. So medium size is 39 by 24. So 39 by 24. Right. So you can imagine there's a rectangle right in the middle between two windows. 39 by 24. Width is 39. So to put that in the middle, we gotta do some basic math here. So first of all, I gotta measure the space between my two windows. As you can see, it's approximately about 60 inches. Right, so having a map of 30 inches right in the middle, that leaves you the empty space in between the map and the windows. 60 minus 39 is 21. And then since there are two empty spaces, the width of each space is going to be half of 21, which is 10.5. Right, so to get that accurately, this tape measure won't be very accurate. So I have this square straight edge right here. So use that. There's a right angle here, a right angle with a straight edge here. All you have to do is attach that straight edge onto the window. So just like this. Right, so it will go flush in the window, and then I measure 10.5. And I don't just measure one point. I actually go up using a pencil. Let me get my pencil. Earlier, I thought I saw a pencil fell down somewhere. Oh, right here. Okay. Sorry about that. So I have to measure my windows. Come around here, you can see that easily. Okay, so I basically just put in my straight edge. Notice this is straight edge, right? It's very flush. And I put that to my window, also straight. So then I measure 10.5 right here, right? I put a dot right here. Oh, just a little straight line here. I do it in many places. You can imagine, put that here, put that here, and put that here. So use something you can easily erase. In this case, a pencil. So if you observe, I have multiple dots, like one right here, see that? Because the dot helped me to make a straight line. So when I have it, all I have to do is put in a straight line here. Right, so connect the dot, boom. Got a straight line here. I do the same thing on the other side, right? Same thing, go on the other side, and we have this. Right, so 10.5, that's 10.5. So all you have to do is put the dot here. Do the same thing when you move up, right? Put another dot somewhere else, another dot somewhere else. So this is the aftermath of a bunch of dots. See that? There's a dot right here. There's another one here, another one here, and then one's up there. And I kind of like guess where my map might be at. So I didn't intentionally put the first dot right there. I just kind of put it there. And then I have a line. So that line kind of tell me, okay, my map is going to be somewhere between these two lines, right on the edge of these two lines, either up all the way up there or all the way down here, or anywhere in between. It's really helpful when you have a line like that, right? So now the next thing we have to do is figure out, okay, are you gonna put the map all the way up to the ceiling, or all the way down to the floor, or somewhere in between, whatever you want it to be. At first, we want that to be right in the middle and also between the side, the height up and the bottom of my window. So my window measure, let's see, I did that earlier, but I forgot the measurement of my window. So let's see. My window measure about,
I think it's 61.
61?
61.
Yeah, so approximately 61 inches. And then the map was 24, right? So 61 minus 24 is 37. And if you have 37, it's 18.5. So I pull out 18.5 in my tape measure right here. So 18.5 around right there, 18.5, right? So I put that 18.5 up here, approximately. And I got somewhere right here, right? So I kind of put my finger here. So around this area right there. So move it over here. So around that area. And then my map was 24 inches long, height, and 24 inches high. So around the area, if I put my map starting right here, then this is how my map will look like, right? It will start here and end right here, right? So we kind of see, okay, this is where I want my map to be at. And together, husband and wife, we determined that this might be a little too low for our map. So then we decided not to have it right in the middle between the highest part and the lowest part of the window. And then we can kind of move it up and down to see. So kind of like that, the yellow part is the map. So we just kind of move up and down and discuss what do you want it to be. Is that too high, too low, or you just gotta aim at it, right? So when we determine around this over here, we perfect, because when I look at that, and this is how I determine. You know, we travel a lot, and we travel a lot, and we want to use this map as, you know, signify where we already traveled to. I'm looking for United States. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So, well, we're in the U.S., so we're gonna travel in the U.S. the most. So, if you look at this map right here. USA is right here, right? If this is a whole map, the bottom of USA is right in the middle of the whole map. So that's the bottom of USA, right in the middle of the whole map. So when I pick up USA here, this is the bottom of USA, right? So let's say if I want the top of my map to be right here, approximately half of the map will be right here, and USA will be right there, right? And we want to be able to read the letters in there. And we determine this might be a little too high for that, right? So then we get it lower and we pick that point, as you can see in the laser point right there. So this is the highest point in my map. Moving down 24 inches. You get that tape measure. Moving down to 24 inches, I have, so if this is the map, the highest part of the map, 12 is kind of right here, and if I put my USA, it'd approximately be right here, right? And we determine this is perfect. But you kind of need another person stay on the ground to look at where the map is at, and are you able to read the letters in there? And we determined that was to be perfect. And approximately it's about 16 inches from the top of my window. How do I know it? Because I measured it, right? You want it right there, and you kind of go up here and say, okay, let's measure that, right? And it's about 60 inches from the top of my window. So, and then again, this is just to give you an approximate where the map's supposed to be. You have to use the straight edge to get the exact right height. So, for this, it may not be very necessary, but this is exactly 16 inches long. So I just kind of put it up here and figure out where 16 inches is at, right? And then figure out around this area. Okay. And I have another one, which is the laser thing there, technology on my side. So I turn on the laser and make sure it's straight, going on the other way. And I think it's have the auto level on, which is kind of level it out for you. So if you look at the laser light here, if I move it up and down, look at this point here. It doesn't change that much. Look, it's gone, so you don't want it like that, right? It's up here again. See, very lightly and brighter. It doesn't change that much as it goes from light to bright. See, light is still right there. So that's called auto level. So right now it's pretty bright. So that's the point right here. So what I want to do now is I want to put a light here and put the light there. That becomes my corner. And of course, again, I'm not going to use my tape measure. I'm going to use this straight edge. Okay. I just put a line here and there. I'm going to put a long line here. And then go to the other side. Once we do that, not very bright, so I'm going to be careful with where I put my ruler. think it's a little, okay, that's right on. Good. Oops. What happened? I'm not using my strong hand. Okay, I think that's good enough. Just make sure. Yeah, I think it's good enough. Okay, yeah, we can kind of see. Good. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I got my 2 corners. That's what the instruction one. So the next step, you're gonna put your first corner here and the other corner there, and you work from that way in and build the map right in the middle. For the next step, we have two corner pieces. Stencil, right? Two stencil. So I actually give you number 1, number 2 here. Step 1, step 2, pretty much it. So we have these 2 stencils and we have duct tape. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put that at those 2 corners that we have there, perfectly measure, 99.99% perfect. And then put the duct tape on top of it. Okay, so let's see. Once you have it, you can kind of put the countries in right after that. They have the marking here. The frame already. The frame line. They match perfectly. For example, number 1 will match Alaska, so that's number 1. And then Alaska is right here. So if you once put it on, you see they match perfectly like that. Right, so if you have it on there, you can put Alaska on right next to it. And then you work your way down from Alaska. Okay. Let's see. So these have to be put in with high precision. If not, the whole thing will fail, pretty much. So make sure I put it in the right place. And my corners. Yeah, look good right here. Okay, stays there. Put one piece on the left side. And also on your instruction, it said that your wall needs to be clean. Okay, we actually didn't clean it, but we have a brand new house. Pretty much should be clean, hopefully. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2, we do the same thing. Gotta move the ladder to the other side. Do the same. Same thing. So see, these are edges, right? I want to line them up. So if it's like this, it won't be straight, right? You want to turn it around. That the whole you will see the line you drew on there, kind of like. Yeah, and the same thing for the top. So you move it up and down. Make sure it's there, and then this one is not yet there. There we go. Pretty good. So on there. You know, doesn't go anywhere now. Like that. Okay, 1, 2, done. So pretty much the next step is that we're just gonna put a 2-sided tape below these pieces. So that's a map, right? And this is the bottom of that. We're just gonna put the 2-sided tape around it, and then we'll stuck it up there. Stick it there. Okay, so let's start with Alaska. Okay, we got Alaska here. Alaska would go right there. Right there like that, perfect. And you know, it's not sticking up to the wall right now because there's no tape underneath it. So what we gotta do, we're gonna put the tape, underneath it like this. And then we look at the instructions. First of all, you know where the lands are at, wherever that is. So Alaska is upper left corner, right? And then on the back side of your instruction, it tells you where you put your tape. So basically, goes like this, right? So you put one right here on this, one right here, one on this end, and then one on this end, okay? So I'll do that. I want to make sure I got it right, so it should be right here. Put that right next to it, so I just don't put it on the wrong thing. So here, so just one right here. So, just like that. And then like that again, so one right on this end, right in the middle, so right here. And then one right this area. Okay. Okay. Right on. So make sure it's hard on it. Okay. Alright, what do you think on it? It's kind of like, if that doesn't work, you're gonna waste the tape. I don't know if they give you anything extra. You know, if you don't have enough tape, then you have to go buy more. So hopefully this is all good. Luckily I didn't cut my nail this morning. I was planning to. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get.
And your nails still doesn't work.
Yeah.
I help you out.
I can persevere.
Okay. Good for you.
No, never mind, you can do it. Okay, so my wife helped me out. There we go, I took it away, so let's put it on there. Alright. Like this. So we only got one change. Sorry, that's my motion detected. Okay. Just give it a few pushes. I think we have one piece right here, one piece right here, one piece right here. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just to feel safe. All right, so we're ready to do steps 2. Putting this piece onto that corner right here. So it's just like step 1. You look at a map on where to put the tape at. It's on your paper map, and then you just see where it is, turn around, put the tape on the other end, just like that. Oh, let's look at where that's supposed to go, turn it around, put it on like this. Another thing is that when you work on this project, you should have 2 people working with you. Especially my wife, she's working with me right now, and you know, while I was doing some other piece, she would put these tape on the back of the pieces for me, so then when I'm ready to pick that up, I have the tape ready, and then all I have to do is pull it out, put it on there. That would be really easy. And once you put this on there, you should be good to go. You can actually remove these stencil on both ends. Remove them out, and then you just go from there and connect the rest of the pieces from there down. Okay? All right, this is our 3rd day on this project. So if somebody say you can finish this in an hour, you pretty much have to be very, very efficient to get that time frame. So we spend about we go back and forth, we do our work, come back, do a little bit, and then, you know, do some work. We have a little child here too. So probably, maybe if you add it all together, probably 3 to 4 hours. You spend all afternoon with no disruptions, then maybe that's the expected time. So we finish this, right? Some of our experience is that, first of all, the big pieces are really easy to finish, okay? The small one, I don't want to take a long time to finish. And especially peeling out the back of that tape, it's really insane. It's not easy for me, at least. Okay. And so one another thing is that there are part of the world that are not in here. So
It's small islands.
yeah. So we kind of figure out. So what we did was we actually Google the actual world map instead of using their map. So we have a better idea of where to put things at. So we use a combination of both, we should say. So you might want to just refer to the actual Google map to help you out a little bit more too. And also, if you look up these online, sometimes they put all the airplanes in one place. So we did that in the beginning. It was like, this is kind of busy. So then we moved the airplane, the boat somewhere else. So you don't have to follow exactly the same what it did. What else is our experience?
We enjoy it.
We really enjoy it. Yes, we really enjoy it. Oh yeah, and the last thing over here, if you remember, we used a little laser technology to help us out to make them go sideways perfectly. So we did use that for our writing on top. So that's why it looked very, straight on a straight line. What we also did was we make sure that the space, we use this ruler, make sure that the space between two words is 1 inch, and the space between two letters in the same word is 1/2 inch. So we did that. And these YOLO is like shout out YOLO, so we did 2 inches apart. Now at the end we figured there are some spaces here that we might want to fill that gap. But then maybe we can just put some pictures on there once we travel to some part of the country. So that could be the plan for the future.
Yeah, and the plane that come with the pins, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, the little airplane come with a pin that doesn't work out. We try to pin them, they won't go in. We don't want to force it because it might break.
Maybe because of the size we ordered, so maybe it worked for a bigger size.
It could be that, yeah. So if you order a medium size and it costs you more to order a little airplane, you might want to think about that. Maybe yours will work, mine just don't. So also what our experience that another one is that when my wife ordered the medium size and was like, this is too small, why don't we order a large? The large will fill up all the way to our windows. But then now that we complete it, we think medium is perfect because now we have some spaces here. It looks like a picture frame rather than if you have a large size. When you go all the way to the other side of the window, it will be a little too busy for the wall. Plus, the map will fit right here. So if there's a large, and the large fit all the way here, and where are you gonna put the word Pacific Oceans, right? Where are you gonna put your compass? So plan for that. And also with the extra spaces here, we can actually put our travel pictures. Like if you go somewhere else, for example, if I go to Australia, right? And I really like, I pick out our family favorite pictures. And then we can just make a string from Australia somewhere else here and just attach our picture on that wall. So that when a guest come over or something, or we want to visit our memory, we can just see that picture, think about it, and know where we took the picture from. So that's another idea there too. So of that, the last thing we have to do here is just some idea here we're still discussing is that the Pacific Ocean is here. It's kind of empty here, and then if you look at this, it's about
6 inch.
5.5 inches from the side of the window, from the W to the window. So maybe I want to do the same thing for the Pacific Ocean. So I want to do 5.5 here too. So roughly around here. Let's do the exact thing. 5.5. So if I move that around here, that might be too far. So moving in a little bit. So this maybe we can move it down right here. So less busy here, but then it's spaced out equally on both sides. So that's something we always have to go on and adjust. Yes, anything else? Oh yeah, one last thing. We had to buy more tape. So the tape they gave us, I think there was some kind of standard size. And if you have like a larger size than medium, they work fine, and we didn't cut them in half or anything. We just used whatever they gave us. So then we ran out of tape. So you can kind of see, we throw everything in the floor, and we're gonna clean up after this. This is the side of the tape they gave us, already pre-cut and everything. All right, so we didn't cut anything out except for that when it's too small, but the tape they gave us is only enough for us to do the big pieces anyway, so we didn't have to cut any. And then we end up buying more tape, so we bought that Gorilla brand. I'm sure other brands will work just fine. We bought this, worked fine for us. So, you know, if you need more tape and you don't have any idea which one to use, just use this one then. I think it's like $5 a piece or something like that.
Well, $5.30 something.
Yeah, something like that. We bought 2, we only used half. So we have 1.5 left. We're gonna return this this brand new one, and then just keep the other half for something else later. Step ladder will be nice. Anything else?
No, hopefully you guys enjoy it when you do yours.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh yeah, another thing is that our daughter is at her grandmother's house. She's not here right now. If she's here, we probably need another 2 days or 3 days. So, you know, if your children or child are old enough to handle themselves and, you know, enjoy this with you, then, you know, they'll be part of this project. If not, our daughter is only 2.5, so she probably won't be very helpful at this point, you know. So she's not here right now. So that's how we can get this done faster, I guess. That's it. Hopefully you enjoy the process. Okay, so, you know, after we finished the whole map earlier today, and, you know, I keep looking at the map, and all I'm seeing is this part not being horizontal, I would say. And then, you know, I just feel really annoyed when it's not horizontal, especially at the bottom of the map. It just makes the map seem crooked. So, well, we took it out, we fixed it. How we fixed it was that, first of all, we use technology. We have this laser with us. So you can see now it will definitely be horizontal. First of all, you can move up. Right there. Pretty good. Okay. Now, secondly, I don't know if we did it right earlier or not, but what we also figured out was that, you know, I told my wife, you know, let's just put the middle piece in the middle of the map. But that, and then she bring up a point that, you know, Antarctica may not be in the middle of the map like that. So we look at a world map on Amazon, right? We see that it kind of off the right side by a little bit. So we look at the shape of that, and this part right here is, you know, look at this coming in like that. The hook right here is straight down from India. So that part has to be straight down from India. So we try to line them up like that. Okay, another thing is this. We try to see how far is Antarctica away from the main continent here, right? So, you know, we just eyeball it.
Yeah.
Eyeball it.
To make it proportion.
To make it proportional, yes. So we eyeball it. We kind of see, okay, you know, this distance right here on, you know, that map we found on Amazon. This distance is about the same as the distance from Australia to Japan. So, you know, we just use our hands for that. It's about the same. It's not too bad, right? It's about the same. So we aim for it, try to have proportional, right? Line them up, straight, horizontal, move left and right in the right place, and also space them out, professional, hopefully professionally looking. And then at the end, I found something that I want to fix, but probably not gonna fix it. Is that, you know, just my opinion is that, see how far it is from the main part of the map, this distance right here, right? So this is how much is it from the main part of the map. I want that to be about the same distance for our saying over here, our customizations, you know, family saying over there. So, you know, it's about this much. So I want that to be the same space. So if you do that, if that let's go had to be somewhere up here. So all of this have to move up a little bit. But those letters, we take them out in my brick, and there are a lot of little tape behind them, so we're not gonna do it.
No, but then if you do that, then the YOLO will be higher,
Even
and
higher.
it seems like not part of the whole concept.
That's true as well. So, you know, all of that together, we decided not to change it, and we're happy what we have right now. Okay, and we enjoy the journey, and we're happy with the result.
The product.
Product, yes, product. What else? Yeah, we're happy with it. I know there are some missing lands and islands.
A lot, not
a lot,
some,
there
a
are
lot.
a lot of missing part, but you know, I mean, if our lifetime we can just travel to every one of these pieces, you know, I think we're pretty happy. We have a pretty happy life. So, you know, we'll just leave it here for now, and then, you know, if they have an updated version, maybe I'll just buy some small pieces and put them there. Hopefully, one day I'll travel there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, pretty late in California. I'll see you next time.